I'd be curious to know. I personally think, the schooling system does a rubbish job of finance. Honestly, it does nothing. It does zero. It teaches you zero anything about finance. I did economics, one of like 18 of like 180 in our year, and even then we learned some finance stuff, but not much. We learned different versions of taxes. Like we learned about taxes in other countries, which is helpful, I guess.
Yeah.
But I rather get more into taxes here and stuff. What if you were like teaching a school? If you were to set up a program, what would you be teaching? Senior high school, uni students about?
Probably 3 things we'd be looking at. So the first one is how to budget properly, how to use a real budgeting tool, and how to use one that's realistic. So I should put money aside to go out for dinners. I should put money to go outside for
we're not saying don't sacrifice your lifestyle.
No.
I mean, sacrifice parts of your lifestyle. We don't have to sacrifice never traveling, never having fun.
It's balance. Yeah, it's balance. So learning how to use a budgeting tool, and there is one on the ASIC website called Money Smart. You download it. It has categories for takeaway, for lunches at work, for eating out. So it is a realistic budget that you can put some figures into and come up with something. At least you've got a good understanding there of where your money is going. So that's the first one I'd be doing. The second one I'd be doing is what we spoke about before, is teaching people how to automate their cash. So all these systems can be set up automatically. You can have direct debits on your bills, have your savings be pushed out and automated, and give yourself an adult version of pocket money to spend for the rest of the week and live on that tight budget. And the third thing that I'd be talking to them is about how to avoid personal debt and how to delay gratification. So there is a big amount of study about how successful you will be is determined by your ability to delay gratification. A study they do with 4-year-olds is when they put the marshmallow in front of the 4-year-old, and they step out of the room and see if the child can wait a few minutes, and they'll get twice as many marshmallows. So my question to you is that can you as a listener, can you do that? Can you avoid the afterpays? Can you avoid the credit cards and hold off and save some money and then purchase the item rather than wanting it today?
And Afterpay is a big one. Like Afterpay, I think they came. I saw some article. They're like in $1 billion business. They're ridiculously, and they only came, within the past decade or less. I think they're relatively new. That Afterpay symbol, everyone knows. I think it's blue and black. You see it at every store now.
Yes. It's
dangerous.
They're working off people's ability to be impulsive and not be able to delay that gratification. So that is what you have to do, is be able to walk away, say, I don't have the cash for it yet, I'll save for it and get into that. Because if you get into those bad habits, they can snowball and escalate. Yeah,
and I guess I wouldn't be saying never do it. If you really need it and you need it now and you can pay it off, sure. But it's building that. If you do it once and you're only doing it, it's just a one time, I just need it. But then once you do it again and again and again, and suddenly you're just relying on that, and it's like, you'll get your pay. And in your head, you're going, it doesn't matter because I can use Afterpay.
That's right. It's only $40 here or $15 here. But again, it's all just building good, strong habits that will then be more effective as your wages go up and as your responsibility goes up later.
And this is all new for, I guess, our generation. The younger people are coming into, they've got to resist social media. They've got to resist technology. Now they've got to resist Afterpay. It's like we're not, used to this. And so it's all new. And
as we said, we're not taught it because it is quite new. I think our ability to get something quickly now is expected. Yeah. Right. Nobody's ordering clothes online and waiting 10 days for a pair of jeans. Right. Yeah. We want them tomorrow. That's just how it is.
Or 4 hours, according to some companies.
Yeah. So it is something new. We can get our food online. We can get our clothes online. Everything can happen straight away. So the art of delaying gratification is not as common nowadays, but certainly as strong as it's ever been.
Yeah, and I think it's super important. Almost every episode, in some way or another, I talk about stop getting used to short-term gains or short-term gratification, and start playing for long-term gratification or long-term gains, whatever you want to call it, because it doesn't matter if it's finance, if it's relationships. She might be fun now, or he might be fun now, but really he's toxic or she's toxic. And it's, it goes across everything. So it's a great point.